Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Get your green gear 25% off, promo code Jericho1, all caps, and the number 1. So, I did a little digging yesterday, and I saw that girl, what's her name? Megan Rapinoe. She's on the U.S. women's soccer team. She's the purple-headed weirdo who's been crying since like last year about how female players don't get as much as the male players, and I'm not going to the White House as long as the racist is there. But she's willing to go to the White House and meet the president who authored the fucking 94 crime bill. That's how dumb these people are. So now she's back. I don't know, she was giving a speech somewhere, and she's saying how everything that we do, it's undercut by the fact that we don't get as much money as the male players. I've done this and the gold medals and the teams and all of the stuff we've done, but still we just don't get the same money. Well, there's probably 2 reasons why you female players don't get as much as the male soccer players. Number 1, you're not as good. You're not delivering an equal product or a superior product. People want the best. We want to see in the athletes what we don't see in ourselves. That's why the athletes, they got muscles. They run up and down the field. They dedicate their lives to this. Not all of us can do that. Most of us live normal lives. We're not celebrities. We're not freak athletes. We don't dedicate our time to our nutrition and working out or whatever sport they're in. So that's why we like to see other people do it. That's why we like to see people do things that we can't. So if you're out there playing soccer and I can kick the ball farther than you and I can run faster than you, then I'm not going to be impressed by what you do, because I can do even better. That's why the women don't get paid as much as the men, because you don't get as many asses in the seats. Reason number 2, you don't get paid as much, U.S. women's soccer team, is because you got your ass whooped by a bunch of 15-year-old boys. They weren't even seniors in high school. You couldn't even call them men. They still sound like this at 15. That's who whooped your ass. It wasn't close. It didn't come down to a last-second field goal. It wasn't like the end of some sports movie where you score the winning goal in slow motion. You got your ass whooped. It was a pit bull versus a poodle. That's why you don't get the money that the men get. You're not putting out their product. What's the dude's name? Messi? What's the other dude? Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo or something? That dude is gorgeous. And he can kick the ball way better and farther and harder and faster than you could dream. Megan Rapinoe. You fucking crybaby. You don't get as much as the men. You still get a lot. You still get more than you should. How much of those 15-year-old boys getting paid who whooped your ass up and down the field like you stole something? Who got in that ass like a bike with no seat? How much are they getting paid? You need to sign over your check to them until you can beat them. 15. Yet you list all of your accolades and they can all be taken away by somebody who's not even old enough to drive. They didn't even drive themselves to the game that they fucked you up in. But you want to get paid like the big dogs? I don't think so. And how come you never see this shit? All that Ku Klux Trans bullshit, the alphabet soup group. How come you never see it the other way? How come you never see a woman who's transitioning into being a man getting in the NBA and crossing up LeBron? How come you never see them busting a 30-foot 3 over Stephen Curry? Because they can't. Now, when I see it go the other way, when I see some female track star turning into a dude dominating high school or college track, then I'll take it seriously. But right now, you're only seeing a bunch of dudes turning into women, beating up on women in their sport. Why is that? because men are bigger, stronger, and faster. And it's not a bad thing that women aren't, but we all have our abilities. That don't make any sense for you to make the same money as someone you're not as good as. That's like the CNA demanding the same pay as a fucking prenatal neurosurgeon. I don't think so. You're not doing the work that that doctor is doing. When you have those skills, when you can save a baby's life before it's born, then you can get that check. But until your ceiling is not disimpacting people's bowels, you're not getting that kind of money. You're not getting the 2-seater convertible Porsche money yet. You don't deserve it. As soon as you do, you'll get it. The free market. See that damn free market? We just can't seem to shake the free market. As soon as you are able to produce the things people are willing to pay top dollar for, you will get top dollar. That's just the laws of the universe. But until you're getting fucked up by somebody who's not even old enough to enter into a contract alone, you ain't getting no male soccer players' money. You're not getting no Messi money. Get the fuck out of here. Who even put a microphone in her face? For you to get up there and cry about some shit that is absolutely ridiculous. I want the money of the male teams. Then beat a male team, dummy. Speaking of dummies, here's a dummy that's much older than the dummy we just talked about. You know him. You don't want him, but we got him. Bidenus pervertus. So, for some strange reason, somebody let this old man get out there by himself and talk to the media. Now, it's not the media that Trump dealt with. No, it's not those evil, vicious vipers that he stood in front of every day and talked to them. No, this is a different media that our Papa in Chief had to face. One of them, I think it was either the first question or one of the first questions. Of course, it was a person of color. She said she called him a kind and gentle man. Wait a minute. Is he the president or are we at summer camp learning how to whittle? Because if that's the president and the leader of the free world, I don't want a kind and gentle man. I need a leader. I need an alpha male. I need somebody who's going to put shit in order. I need someone who's going to get us out of this. I need someone who's going to stop printing up money. But he's so kind and gentle. I don't want that. I got kind and gentle in my own life if I wish to find it. I don't want to find it in the White House. Yes, Trump was an asshole. He was brash. He was uncouth. But that's fine. He made us number one in the eyes of the world. And more importantly, in his eyes, the American people were number one. I don't want, hey guys, I'm your president. I'm nice and I'm kind. No. If I want that, I'll go find my grandpa. I don't want that shit from the president. And you know, now, you might think, all right, he's been in office 60-some days. They knew that this press conference was coming. He's gonna be prepared. They're gonna inject him with whatever they gave him the last time he spoke. And they're gonna get him out there and he just might do a good job. He just might be able to string together some sentences and make us feel like, okay, nope. It was the same, hey, this isn't the mall that we've had since he got on the campaign trail. There was a point in this press conference where he says, he's talking about how he has, ever since he became a senator, he doesn't have a record of not getting things done. And if you hold things near and dear to you, and you want to, anyway, that's what he said. He ended that sentence with, anyway. He just bailed on that sentence. He was like, fuck it. Wait a minute. That fool said, anyway, he bailed on a thought. What the fuck? That's why they trotted out that 25th Amendment shit back in October. They were using it on Trump just so they could get it out there. Just so that's planted in the back of our minds, 25th Amendment, the president is not mentally able to lead the country. He doesn't meet the standards. So we got to get him out of there. He's crazy. He's unstable. That's why they put that out there then. So when they remove Biden's old senile ass and put him back in Shady Acres and Kamala the Ugandan nightmare becomes a leader of the free world, they can say that we didn't just come up with this. We've been talking about this for months. At the end, he goes, okay, let's see here. What? Let's see here? You didn't know this part was coming? And he had a book, a binder or something, a booklet with pictures of the media members that he was supposed to call on in giant font. Like if you just put their names there, he didn't know which face went with the damn name. You had to put a picture. Holy shit. And he's got his finger over the button. What? If Trump did a press conference like this, you already know Ricky Maddow, Donna Lamone, that greasy lip bitch, the Cuomo-sexual's brother, all of them would have jumped on Trump. Their thumbnails on their website would have been, they always put left or right. Whoever they're trying to go after, they always put a fucked up picture of him where they caught him mid-sentence, where they caught him saying something and their face looks all crazy. They all would have had a picture like that of Trump, like, something like that, saying how mentally unfit he is for the job, how we need to get him out of there, how he's a danger to the country and those around him. None of that. They're actually pumping it up like, hey, did you see that speech? Biden did great. He was with it. And he was kind of with it in the beginning, but they need to get the dosage right. Whatever they're giving him always peters out a quarter, halfway through his speech. And the old Biden we've all come to laugh at is back. We're going to get things done. That's what he says. We're going to get things done. Said nothing about what's going on at the border. Oh, well, we'll let people in as soon as he said, we'll let people in as soon as we're ready to roll out what we've been doing. You can't roll out something you've already been doing. Rolling it out implies the beginning. This is the first time we're doing this. We're doing this. We're starting. Those two things can't exist in the same space at the same time. If Trump didn't let people in to see what's going on in 24 hours, they would have been all over him, calling him a dictator. These poor kids, they're being murdered. Remember, the Border Patrol, they're murderers. They sit there and laugh and flick their cigarette butts at those poor starving children who stumble at their feet after traveling 1,500 fucking miles with these parents that love them. I love my kids. I'm not sending them with a stranger 2,000 miles away. Oh, there's a good chance they'll be raped or sold into sex trade? Oh, cool. Bye-bye. Call mommy, text me when you get there. What about that? How come no one's talking about that? How shitty of a parent you are to send your kid through that. I don't give a fuck if you're sending them to the land of opportunity. I don't give a damn where you're sending them. You don't put them in that position. It is your job to protect them. Mainly their physical being. But you protect their innocence as well. In this case, you protect their body, their being, their person. You don't put them in the arms of a fucking coyote who's probably going to rape them 6 times before they get there. Especially if it's a little girl. So what kind of piece of shit are you? They forget to mention that all these parents sending their kids and the kids are being ripped from their arms and all this bullshit. Who is sending their child with a coyote to come up here? If you go anywhere like that, which would also be fucked up, even if you were with them, to trek with them 1,000 to 2,000 miles across that landscape. But if I sent you somewhere, you're coming with me. What did Arnold tell her in Terminator 2? Come with me if you want to live. You're staying with me. I'm not sending you with nobody else, knowing what goes on. Get out of here with that shit. I know it sounds cliche and foolish and far-fetched at this point, but why don't you fix your home country? Wouldn't you rather be home? Wouldn't you rather stay in the country you grew up in, whose customs you know, where your memories are, where you've built your life? Why the hell would you want to come up here? If you come to another country, you're going to have to learn the language. You're going to have to adapt to the culture. You're going to have to assimilate. I'm just playing. You know they don't do that shit when they come here. We print official government documents in other languages. Spanish is the tip of the iceberg. All kinds of different Asian dialects. I thought this was America. The fuck we print shit in your native tongue in? You better get one of these tongues. The fuck we print stuff in Korean, Chinese, and Spanish? This ain't Korea, China, or Spain. Do they do that shit there? You go to another country. I've been to 15 other countries. No one has bent over backwards to make shit easier for me. You better get the app on your phone, a book to translate, or learn something. And that's out of respect for their culture and their land. I'm coming to your house. Nope, you don't have to do that here. Abandon all that assimilation bullshit when you come here. We will Cirque du Soleil for you. So it's a smooth transition for you into our society. Oh, shit. I couldn't watch the whole damn press conference. No way. I've seen it already. I've seen his first press conference before. Go to any time he's ever spoke in the last 2 years and you've seen this press conference. Disjointed, doesn't finish sentences, answers questions they never asked, even as softball and underhand pitches they were. You're a kind and gentle man. The fuck out of here. Bring me back the rude guy. Bring me back the guy who said and meant America first. Bring me back the no new wars guy, the strong economy guy, the energy independent guy. Bring him back. I don't need a friend. I need a president. I got homies. I don't want a warm, fuzzy feeling inside when I hear him talk. I want goosebumps. Goose? I'll tell you a story about a goose. How about Mother Goose? Oh, shit. We're in trouble. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.